Welcome back to Combust Astrology. My name's Liv. I'm going to go ahead and cover the full moon that's happening on the 23rd of May. So, I really love this one. My biggest factors for it, I'm actually going to start off with an analogy. This is almost like Halloween in a way. Like the day before Halloween, you're getting ready, you're prepping, you're probably excited if you celebrate it or not. Kids are really excited for the candy and the costumes that they get to put on. And it's really what I feel here. Having the moon in that fifth house, the sun in the 11th, it's how can I go out, have fun, enjoy myself? Moon and Sag people, be careful with your alcoholic tendencies. You guys really like to have fun. And it's really understandable because when you have a moon in Sagittarius, and if the rest of the chart is not also Jupiterian, it's the moon's typically very suppressed. And so drinking can be a way to basically come out and be another person. And that's why I alluded to Halloween here. The Gemini is able to be multiple masks or fit into multiple different places. And the interaction between who you kind of are, those are like air apostrophes, and who you really are is going to be what you can kind of see with the difference here. Probably should have drawn them a different color, but you're really just able to step out and just be yourself in a new light. Really just enjoy. And I think that word enjoyment is even more important than uh, everything else that I'm going to cover with this because this is the last time that you're going to get these two together like this in the 10th, having Jupiter and Venus together like this. Venus has been hard carrying, this little stellium here uh, prior to it being in Gemini when it was in Taurus for the longest time. And on the 18th, we had that conjunction that was kind of like a nice little intention or a nice little day to treat yourself wherever Venus fell in your chart. So now, as Gemini starts to take over and the moon is also moving over, everything is going to be taking a pass now to Pluto. Pluto in Aquarius here is going to be like it's almost like a life jacket. Like I was telling uh different people that, m- January we kind of got our tickets, our boarding passes. February we finally got on the flight. March we started to do the flight procedures. April, we actually started to take off, and it was a very rough, um, tarmac to actually be able to take off with the plane and all that. And it's just, please do not mind my drawing skills. But, as you're going out into the air, and in April, you got a little bit of bumpiness as you try to like lift off. And it was very uncomfortable if you don't like heights or you don't like planes, the motion sickness kind of got to you, May, and we're just kind of trying to reach altitude very quickly. And the later half of May is really going to be the reaching of the altitude. So Pluto touching everything. The sun is going to touch Venus, Jupiter, in the later parts of June. It's kind of just that, like, hey, remember, remember, like we're on a plane moving hundreds of miles an hour into the air to get to an altitude that's safe for us. So don't get too attached to what's happening right now. Really just be able to let yourself allow all of these Gemini placements to just go through and get you to your destination that you have to get to so you can cruise before the rest of the year quicker, right? This is kind of like a turbo in a way. But this is why I'm saying this full moon is that party. It's like you're getting a last little hurrah before, the flight really starts to speed up. If anything, this is kind of like when you're on the flight and the cabin lights that are up above are just like blinking and, they're telling you, okay, uh, it's still not safe to move around, but you can go use the bathroom. Like you can kind of, you know, you can kind of feel a little bit safer before we actually get to a point where you can completely do what you have to do. Another aspect of this chart that I really enjoy, aside from the full moon with this, is the the last little bit of what we're gonna get with Mars and Chiron once again. As this moves over on Chiron and then it comes over to being in Taurus, you know, all of that initial energy, the initial uh, impulse on that plane to get off of the tarmac. It's like one last, hey, let's look out the window, let's see all the little stuff that are down there. Like we got clouds going on. I can't believe I'm making this an entire airplane analogy, but we got trees, we got whatever, and you're just seeing just like things becoming small now, right? Like when you're looking down, these are probably acres of land that you're just like seeing as spectacles and they're super small. And that's like a really big part of Chiron moving over sorry, Mars moving over that Chiron one last time here. It's like hey, we're leaving this situation now. Re, re, Refocus yourself as this whole flight is, going to eventually get into Gemini and things are switching up. Realize that you're gonna have to kind of you're in the plane and the plane is moving quickly, but you're not doing anything. So for a little moment when things are changing, don't immediately rush to act. Let it finish. Let the thing start popping up as Gemini starts to move over and then make an actual decision. But before you do that, just take a moment, right? And that's once again the significance of that Mars moving over to Taurus with that. And where it's at the current moment though is still like have fun. I can't express that. Have fun, uh, and try to just let go. Try to just be okay and try to be in the moment more than everything else. And don't obsess over what it is you probably forgot or you thought you needed to do or whatever it might be, and be open to the possibilities of new things. So going from going from this energy into the new month of the Gemini stelliums, since I don't cover stuff like that, not yet. I have something launching that is going to cover that soon, but sit back and enjoy. I've already talked about everything analogy wise, but really just sit back and enjoy. Um, you're only gonna get this once. You're not gonna get this energy again because of Jupiter for another 10 some odd years. Probably definitely won't with Uranus there too. So relax, you know, drink a little bit, not too much though. Let's just not too much, but take some time and let it happen, you know. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave comments about what you think. If you're watching this a little bit later, how the actual date affected you. And of course, I'll see you guys next time.